good whiskey. Girl, it just don't last when Whitley keeps bringing you up like that. Hey guys, today I'm going to do a guitar tutorial for the song Keith Whitley by Morgan Wallen. This is the One Record at a Time sessions, and this is personally one of my favorite songs on the album. I mean, the album is 36 songs long. Like, there's a ton of really good songs. If there's any other Morgan Wallen songs that you guys want me to do from the album, please comment them below. I have a couple of my favorites that I'm planning to do, but I'm curious to hear what you guys like and what you want me to teach as well. As always, I will have a chord sheet for this song on my Patreon, and I'll put the link in the description for that. And then I'll probably also do a one-time playthrough over there as well, where I'll play through it once and have the chords in the corner like when they change. But anyways, let's jump into the song. This is Keith Whitley by Morgan Wallen. God dang it. I knew it too. He's in half step down. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I should know better that almost all his songs are half step down, but so I have to get another guitar quick. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with half step down, it's literally exactly as the name implies. Each string you'll tune down half step, so it's E flat tuning. It's not very difficult to do. There's a lot of guitar tutorials on YouTube on how to do it. If you're able to have a guitar in, obviously I have a bunch of guitars, so I keep one in standard and one in half step down. If I only had one guitar, honestly, I'd probably keep it in half step, and then if you wanted to play something in standard, then you just put the capo on one. That's what I used to do. But for this, you will have to be half step down. Okay, let's stop it there quick, because that's kind of like the verse, and now he's going into the pre-chorus. So you have this lick in the beginning. So that's tough because so you have like a mandolin player there playing some like droning notes, and there's a bassist there, another guitar player there, and I think there's a few more people I saw in the shot. The tough part is if you're playing this solo acoustic, you want to try and make it sound like that riff is a like you recognize it when you play the song. So when you have a band, you have a lead player that's just playing the kind of something like that, and then the mandolin is droning over it. What I'm doing there is I'm sliding up on the 4th string from the 4th fret to the 5th fret, and then sliding up from the 5th to the 7th, and then I go down to the 2nd and slide to the 4th, open on the 4th, and then hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then pick, open again. So really slow, that would be, kind of something like this. So I think it's something like that. Although again, if you're playing this solo acoustic, you're probably not gonna do that because you wanna play the chords, which the first chord they played was a G major. And then there was also a C major in there, a C add 9. And I think those were the only chords for the verse. Let me go back and check. So G, C. And that riff is G. Yeah, so you can see, yeah, for sure. This guitar player is just playing single strums right now on these chords. He's playing a G right there, and then he's playing a single strum on the C add 9 too. C, G, yeah, so in the verse, you do only have 2 chords. You just have the G and then the C add 9. And And the tough thing is that in this session, I think the acoustic players are just doing single strums on each of those. But the reason they're able to do that is because they have that mandolin player playing that riff, and I think probably another acoustic player playing the riff too in between that. So if you're playing solo acoustic, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could play single strums. I'm no stranger to the rain. There's just a lot of space in between it, so it might be a little awkward. What I would probably do is I would kind of like pick in between it. So I'd go, I'm no stranger to the rain. It starts raining, I start pouring. You know, kind of. Probably something like that. All I'm really doing there is I'm going low E string, and then I'm going 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3 on that G chord. Repeat it. I'm no stranger to the rain. It starts raining, I start pouring. You know, kind of something like that. What you could also do is you could do like a... You know, that might be, if you're not like good at hybrid picking with your right hand, that would be kind of the strum pattern I would do. So I'd go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Probably something like that. In terms of that opening lick though, what I would probably do is do something like this, where you strum, but you also kind of pick those notes as well. So you would, you know, you kind of do something like this. And then you repeat that twice. So all I'm really doing there is I'm strumming on the G, and then I'm picking 4, 3. Strumming the G again, but now hammering on to the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. Doing the same thing, but now I'm gonna hammer on onto the 4th string of the 4th fret. And then the final piece is hammering onto the 4th string of the 2nd fret. Then you kind of have like this down, down, down. And again, I'll have this all broken out in that chord and tab sheet that you can find over on my Patreon. So, you know, all together it kind of sounds like this. I would do something kind of like that. That wasn't perfect, but because if you're playing solo acoustic, you want to have that rhythm in it, but you also want to play the lick. So that's kind of like the best way to do both. So that's how you play the verse. Again, just G and C. And then now we're starting to get into the pre-chorus here. Kentucky Blue. E minor. Kentucky Bluebird. Kentucky Bourbon. So got this old boy hurting Tennessee. Good Kentucky Bluebird. Kentucky Bourbon. So got this old boy hurting Tennessee. You can kind of see a little bit what he's doing there. Bourbon. So got this old boy hurting Tennessee. For the pre-chorus, they added an E minor chord, E minor 7. Then they had a D over, or an F sharp over D, which is played like this. They had that C add 9 in there still, but then they added like this B over C, where basically it's the same, you know, it's the same thing as your C add 9, but you just move the finger down 1 fret on the 5th string. And then they added an A minor 7. And and then they went to a D. So like the pre-chorus here, let's go through it like chord by chord. E minor.
Kentucky Bluebird.
F sharp over D.
So got this old boy hurting Tennessee. Kentucky Bourbon. So got this old boy hurting Tennessee. So got this old boy hurting Tennessee.
Yeah, so then they go C, B, A minor, D. And then you're into the chorus, which starts on the C add 9 again. And for that pre-chorus, I would probably just do single strums there. Kentucky Bluebird, Kentucky Bourbon, Tennessee, whiskey. And then to the C add 9. So now we are into the chorus part.
This old boy hurting Tennessee.
D,
Good whiskey.
C,
Girl, it just don't last when Keith Whitley keeps bringing you up like that. Gets me drinking about us and what it was. The things I love got a way of getting gone too soon. Kinda like good whiskey, Keith Whitley. I hate the way you
okay. So yeah, I think I have the chorus down. Let me just play it one more time.
Girl, it just don't. Girl, it just don't last when Keith Whitley keeps bringing you up like that. Gets home too soon. Kinda like good whiskey. I hate the way.
Yeah. Okay, so for the chorus, you're gonna have a few more chords in it. You start on that C add 9. You go to a G, then a D sus4, like this, and then back to the C. So, you know, it kind of goes, and I kind of hammer onto that D there. Girl, I just don't like when you and me keeps bringing up like that. So you repeat that twice, and all I'm kind of doing there for that strum pattern is I'm going down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Girl, I just don't like when Keith Whitley keeps bringing up like that, keeps me talking about us. Then this is where you go to that E minor 7, and what it was. Then to the F sharp over D.
Keeps bringing you up like that. Gets me drinking about
E minor,
what it was.
F sharp over D.
The things I love got a way of getting gone too soon.
So that part you walk down again, so you go C, C over B, to the A minor. It's a little different timing there, so you go, you know, like
Keeps bringing you up like that. Gets me drinking about
E minor.
what it was.
So ready?
The things I love got a way of getting gone too
A minor.
Kinda like good whiskey.
So there I walk up, back to the C. So I'm on a C over, you know, kind of like that C over B type of thing here. Back to a C, a normal C major. Good whiskey. And then what I'd probably do is this is a D chord here, but it's like a D7. Whiskey, good whiskey, you. That's how I would end the chorus. And then go back into that G chord for the verse, and then that kind of like that picking pattern I went over where it's kind of something like that. So yeah, again guys, real quick, so like the chorus, C, G to D, you repeat that I think twice, and then you have the part where it goes to E minor, F sharp over D, C add 9, B over C, C over B, A minor 7, walk back up to the C major, and then you finish on this D7 here. and then back to the G. So the one thing that's kind of difficult about this song, I guess, is just the number of chord changes. There's a lot of chord changes in this song so far. But I think, again, this is my first time trying to figure this out on guitar. From what I remember, I think the only difference now though will be the bridge. You know, the next verse and choruses should be the same as what we just went over. G. With that riff. Okay, so that verse actually goes right into the chorus. There's not really like that pre-chorus that you had in the first verse going into the first chorus. They repeat that chord progression G to C once or twice, but then they go to a D and then right into the chorus. So that is a little different than the first one. And again, guys, I know I keep saying this, but like I will make a chord sheet for this with all of the lyrics and chords in it, and then I'll do a one final playthrough over there too that'll call out the chords as we play it. Now you're in the second chorus. G, D, C. Here's the bridge. E minor. F sharp over D. I think that was a little different. You kind of see the guitar player in the background a little bit walk down. So that part there, E minor, you know, F sharp over D. Yeah, so that part right there, that bridge, the end of the bridge going into the final chorus, they do the E minor, F sharp over D. They go to the C add 9, but now it's a much quicker descent, and you also throw in a couple more, so you go. So I'm going C, walking down to the C over B, and I kind of, you know, that's, you can go to the A minor 7, but I think they're really just like playing that open A string. Then they go to the G, and then to the D, and kind of hammer on to that third string on the 2nd fret. Yeah, so that's the chord progression for the bridge. And then again, it's kind of like just single strums on the E minor, that one too. And you could do single strums on each of those chords too, descending into that D. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll do like a, so I'm kind of just like lightly picking the kind of the lower strings there. You know, kind of something like that. And now you're into, I think, the final chorus, which starts on that C add 9.
Good whiskey. Girl,
G, D.
Whitley.
Everything's kind of falling out here too. All the instrumentation's being pulled back, and I'm sure they're gonna pick it up here.
Keeps bringing you up like that. Gets me drinking about what it was. The things I love got a way of getting gone to some.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see them playing that riff kind of like I was right there. Yeah, I mean, it's such a good song. I hope that's a single by him, because I think, I just, the writing in that song is so good. Like that opening line where he says, good whiskey, girl, just don't last, when Keith Whitley, that wordplay and the rhyming there is awesome. I don't know, there's something sonically that I really like about it too. So to kind of quickly recap, half step down tuning. In the verses you had G and C. You know, in that pre-chorus you had that E minor to F sharp over D. And then you went to the C add 9, walk down, A minor to the D. And then in the choruses, you had, you know, C, G to D was the main one. So, you know, you kind of were going, good whiskey, girl, it just don't last when Keith Whitley keeps bringing you up like that. So, you know, he kind of had that part, and then he went, when he's talking about us, E minor, da-da-da, F sharp over D, da-da-da, C at 9, da-da-da-da, too soon, kinda like whiskey, Keith Whitley and you. And then, you know, into that picking pattern that we went over. That's most of the song. You know, we kind of talked about the strumming in there too, but it's a little weird because these guys are doing, you know, the single strums. And then I said I'd probably do like a hybrid picking pattern to do it, you know? Kind of something like that. And then the only other part is the bridge, which did the E minor, F sharp over D, C at 9, walk, A, G, D. So it's very similar to that pre-chorus, except you had that quicker walk down, added the G, and then the hammer on D, and then into the chorus. So yeah, guys, I hope that was helpful. As always, let me know any questions you have in the comment section below. And also please let me know what other Morgan Wallen songs you guys want me to teach like this. The chord sheet will be in the description if you want it, and also the full play along over on Patreon. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.